Hello Miss and friends, good morning. Today we are from Group Z. We are presenting about Mobile Assist Language Learning, or we can call it MO. And our group consists of Arya O76, Arya O77, Novia O84, and Mela O85. And now let's get started. Okay, and then this is the contents of MO. The first one is introduction of MO. The second one is characteristic of MO. The third one is the advantages and disadvantages. The fourth one is the ideas for using mobile phones in classroom. And the last one is using social network to improve language skill. Next. Okay, now this is the first topic of MO. That is the introduction of MO. The introduction of MO 2005. If we look at the story of call, Bax 2003 states that call is more than 3 phases, and the last of 5 phases is MO, which introduced in 2005. And then, what is MO? MO is a development of mobile technology in a modern way to teach language learning. It means that the use of mobile technology has changed the way people use devices for language learning. And then, the second definition of MO is language learning that is assisted or enhanced through the use of a handheld mobile device. And then Ostamli and Kavus 2012 say that mobile learning or M-learning as a kind of learning model allowing learners to obtain learning materials anywhere and anytime using mobile technologies and the internet. Next. Okay, now this is the example of MO. The first one is the device that are used in M-learning or mobile learning. The first one is smartphone, the second one is tabs or tablets, the third one is PDAs, and the last one is iPod. I think you all are familiar with smartphone and tabs, right? You know, we are almost used it for almost every day. But are you familiar with this one? This is PDA, Personal Digital Assistant. It is also known as a handheld PC. I think if you are watch Indian drama, you will find these PDAs. I mean old Indian drama. And this is iPod. It is similar with the iPhone, right? So, what is the difference? The difference between iPod and iPhone is iPod, there is no cellular network. So, the user uses Wi-Fi to connect to the internet. And then, the user of iPod also cannot do a call service. And next, this is the example of mobile apps for language learning. The first one is Grammarly. It helps us to improve our grammar skills. And then, the second one is Oxford English Dictionary. It helps us to find a word that we don't know. And then, the British Council. These learning resources can help to improve our English with reading, writing, and listening, and also grammars or vocab exercise, games, and video. And then Duolingo. Duolingo offers a skill that uses listening exercise, flashcards, and multiple choice. Next. This is social network site for language learning. The first one is Facebook. The second one is Twitter. The third one is TikTok. And the fourth one is YouTube. And the last one is Instagram.
Next is about the characteristics of mob. So, according to Klopper, there are 5 characteristics of mob. The first one is individuality. It means that the difficult activity while doing mob are different from each individual learners. The second one is context sensitivity. Means that mobile device can read and gather the real data to the current location, environment, and time. Number 3 is connectivity. It means that we can share network by connecting mobile devices to other devices. Number 4 is social interactivity. Means that the data, exchange and collaboration with other learners can happen face-to-face. And the last is portability. Means that mobile devices can be taken to different sites or move around within a site.
Now let's move to the advantage and disadvantage. For the advantage, first, mobility. The students can study anytime and anywhere since they normally keep their cell phone with them. And flexibility. Through M-learning, learners can learn any language in a non-classroom environment, like when they are at home, in the park, or during a journey, and etc. Which means that they can learn language anytime they want and anywhere they are. It allows learners to collaborate with the material, to find information from multiple sources, to build ideas with their partners, and make information about learning activities portable and easily accessible. And the second, small size, because it's handheld device. You can hold it in your hand and it fits with your hand. And user friendliness. The third, convenient and interesting. And we move to the disadvantage. First, need access to the network. Sometimes you need to download certain application or access the apps in the browser where the quota data is needed. And the second, lack of capability regarding to the sound and the video quality and screen size. It's difficult to complete activities on small mobile screen, right? And the third, data storage and multimedia limitation. The limitation on multimedia depending on the hardware of the mobile, such as the less RAM and less ROM, and like less processing speed compared to the laptops.
Okay.
Like that.
In the next 2 slides, we'll be talk about the idea for using mobile phone. Higher-Readers 2010 expresses idea for using mobile phone in the language classroom. The first idea, using note-taking apps. The idea is to write down English they have been reading and hearing outside the classroom. But only that, but also you can ask them to find particular language styles, and then they can share it to the classroom and to the teacher and to the friend, so they can see what they have found individually and enrich each other. The second idea is using voice recorder. The idea is to record talks outside the classroom. It can be an interview or conversation. But before you ask your student to perform an interview, you must inform them of what they need to consider to conduct the interview. For instance, the privacy is that they need to get an authorization from their interlocutor. The third idea is using short message system or messenger apps. The idea is for strengthening vocabulary practices. Teacher can send a list of English phrases or words for for students to examine. The teachers also can send it several times for students to remember. Yes. Okay, and the fourth, using free programs to create flashcards. Teaching vocabulary using flashcards make you excited and understand the English vocabulary. Flashcards are widely used as a learning drill to aid memorization. Students and teachers can make their own flashcard and then share them to each other with each other. There are many apps and websites to make flashcards. For example, the program are www.flashmybrain, and you can find it on the App Store. Yes. And the second is Brainscape flashcards. You can find Brainscape flashcard on the Play Store, and then you can download it if you want to know what is the program for making flashcard. The fifth idea is microblogging on Twitter. As we know, Twitter now being used by many professionals and teachers to maintain individuals informed about who is what are doing. Initial to update the status of the college. Just you can use Twitter to have short write practice in the target language by expressing themselves. Okay, the sixth idea, to exchange language using your mobile phone. Language exchange is a method of language learning based on mutual practicing by learning partners who are speaking of different languages. Language exchange are generally considered helpful for developing language proficiency, especially in speaking fluency and listening comprehension. In other words, language exchange is learning target language with native speaker. By using mobile phone, you can find native speaker across the country who want to learn English or the target language you want to learn. There are several apps or websites that you can use. For example, Tandem Language Exchange, Skype, Zoom, Interpulse, My Language Exchange, and Meetup. And the last idea from him is to verify your understanding and receive feedback from a mobile phone. You can create a class that is more interactive by being actively present or activating the student in the class. You can ask your student questions to check their understanding and views. For doing this, you can use Poll Everywhere, where you are able to ask survey questions to the learners. Not only that, but also this class can see the response lively. Okay, that's all for me. Next slide.
Next is using Instagram to improve speaking skills. So, according to Thorn and Black 2007, many second language students are now mainly using the internet, such as online gaming, social network sites, and vlogging to learn their target language. The use of social network sites has grown tremendously, especially Instagram. With over 700 million active users, Instagram is presently become one of the most popular social networks in the globe. The primary roles of Instagram are to share our moment, like posting picture or video, and also to communicate privately via direct message or by commenting in others' posts. Therefore, now Instagram appears to be an optimal environment for L2 students to improve speaking skills by creating videos or vlogs. So the teachers can assess students' speaking skills using Instagram vlog. And then, now, what are the purposes of using Instagram vlogs for students? Number one is to create an environment where the learners can interact with the others while experimenting with the media, which is close to their daily life. And then, number two is to avoid the anxiety feeling of developing self-achievement. Number three is to create opportunity to explore new way of self-expression. And that's for the presentation. Thank you for watching.